Hey guys, Ashwin Sundar here from Technology Jog, back with another not an unboxing video. The intro sequence was pretty much an unboxing, but not a traditional unboxing at least. Anyway, the point is, in this series of videos, instead of just unboxing and reading out the specs, I try to share with you the first 24 to 48 hour experience with the phone. Like when you go out there and purchase a phone and start using it, some things surprise you, some things disappoint you, especially during the first couple of days. So that's the kind of experience I want you to feel through this series of videos. Whether you will feel it or not, let me know in the comment section after watching the video. The moment I took this out of the box, I was like, wow, it just looks so good. I had actually seen a picture of the Mi 10i before receiving it, but honestly, it looks better in person. A mild orange and a bit of sky blue complementing the white part of the back panel. It's cool. The camera module reminds me of the OnePlus 7T. I appreciate the symmetry, but two of the cameras are practically useless. The build is also quite solid. It's hefty too. This is actually a huge phone. It's 9mm thick and 215 grams heavy. Not my favorite numbers, to be honest. But I'm not mad at Xiaomi for this. I'm mad at you guys for wanting it. Really, why do you guys want a 6.7-inch display? Are you guys really not okay with 6.2 or 6.3 inches? No, but seriously, let me know in the comment section. If this phone gets to be much thinner and lighter, would you be okay with a 6.3-inch display? I'm curious to know. Anyway, back to the build. It's superbly built, just like most other Xiaomi phones. Gorilla Glass 5 to the back and the front. For further protection to the back panel, there is a case inside the box, and for further protection to the front panel, there is nothing. But I highly recommend a tempered glass from our sponsor, Glazed Ink. Glazed Ink makes amazingly durable tempered glasses for not just the Mi 10i, but a lot of phones, including the OnePlus Nord, Poco X3, and so on. What's special about Glazed Ink is, apart from a full glue edge-to-edge glass, they also provide a real curved tempered glass with actual 2.5D glass near the edges, which essentially eliminates the awkward gap on the sides, which you generally get from installing most other tempered glasses in the market. So do check out Glazed Ink, link in the description. Technology Jog subscribers can use the promo code TJOG to get 10% discount. Okay, back to the build. There is an IP53 rating for water and dust resistance, which I would take with a pinch of salt. I recorded a selfie video recently when it was drizzling out there, also took a few photos. So during those situations, it just gives you a little bit of peace of mind knowing that it's water repellent to some extent. Not a big deal otherwise. The buttons are quite rigid, they're firm. The tactile feedback, that clicky feeling is very much there. They don't wobble at all. So all good with the build quality. And a couple of days ago, I watched an interview on Netflix and a bunch of YouTube videos as well, and I had a good experience. The audio quality is great. It has dual stereo speakers, which I wasn't aware of initially. The interview was over 50 minutes and the entire conversation was perfectly crisp and audible, no issues whatsoever. The speakers can get quite loud too. The video quality is good too. Thankfully, it's Widevine L1 certified out of the box, and I've been able to stream content at full HD resolution. All that is fine, but this is an LCD display. Don't get me wrong, this is a good LCD panel. It's sharp, the color representation is reasonably accurate, and the panel gets really bright too. So yeah, it's a good LCD panel, but still, it's not AMOLED. And in my past 24 to 48 hour usage, I could really notice the difference while using it at night with the lights turned off, basically in the dark. And whenever the content on the screen gets very dark, the difference is quite noticeable. So yeah, the black color representation is not great. So the contrast takes a hit. But on the plus side, it offers a 120 Hz refresh rate, which means everything you do on the phone, from unlocking it to swiping, scrolling, switching between apps, pulling down the notification panel, etc., everything is a lot smoother. Now, this is something you can see or feel easily, right? But there's one more thing Xiaomi has done here that's not very tangible, but still enhances your experience. This is an adaptive sync display. So basically it switches between 30 Hz, 40, 48 Hz, 50, 60, 90 and 120 Hz depending upon the content on the screen. If you're watching something on Netflix, movies are generally shot at 24 FPS, so it will switch to 30 Hz because it doesn't require more than 30 Hz. And if you're just navigating in the user interface, it goes back to 120. This, if implemented well, should save a ton of battery. Now, this adaptive sync is the reason Xiaomi went with an LCD panel. They say there's no such technology for AMOLED. I'm yet to do my research on that. I'm yet to dig into it. But yeah, meanwhile, you let me know what you prefer personally, 90 Hz AMOLED or 120 Hz LCD. When it comes to performance though, there are no such confusions or compromises. The Mi 10i uses the latest Snapdragon 750G chipset, which uses the latest Cryo 570 cores. It's an 8nm chip and this is the first phone to use it. So a lot of testing needs to be done, because it's a new chip. I cannot comment a lot about it from my experience so far. I've been using it only for like 2 days. I mean, regular tasks like social media, browsing, clicking pictures, they were all perfectly fine. There was no visible lag or anything. I played a couple of Call of Duty matches as well. So far, so good. Nothing really wrong with it. The phone also has UFS 2.2 storage and the base variant has 6GB RAM. The higher end variant has 8GB RAM. Do let me know if you'd like to see a speed test between the Mi 10i and say the OnePlus Nord. We'll get it done. By just looking at the benchmarks, it looks like the 750G has a much faster CPU and a much slower GPU than the 765G chip. But yeah, let's settle that in the speed test video. Subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss it. Don't be lazy, just press it. It's just like this. That's it. By the way, the Mi 10i is one of the only phones in this price segment to have 5G. Yes, it's future-proof. If you're planning to buy a new phone and use it for like 3 to 4 years, you can shortlist this phone. So I've been using this for the past 2-3 days and before that I took it out to click a lot of pictures and stuff, so I have a pretty decent idea of how good or how bad the battery life is. I don't have my primary SIM inside, I'm not using WhatsApp either, so I've just been using the cameras a lot, some browsing, tweeting, and yeah, like I said earlier, some video streaming as well. And it's holding up quite well. It ran out of charge only once in the middle. This morning it was at around 8 or 9% charge. The battery capacity is 4820 mAh and it takes around 2 hours to charge from 0 to 100%. The first 30 minutes of charging will get you close to 70%. Not bad. So finally, the cameras. Right off the bat, I'm telling you, the macro camera and the depth sensor are pretty much useless. But what I don't understand here is Xiaomi uses a 5 megapixel macro camera on some of their cheaper phones. Those under 15 or 20,000 rupees. So why not on this? Why 2 megapixels on this? Anyway, both the main and the ultra-wide cameras seem impressive. The main one is a 108 megapixel camera. It doesn't use the same 108 megapixel sensor used on the Mi 10 and Mi 10T. This is a slightly inferior one with a smaller sensor, but still, it's 108 freaking megapixels. I took a photo walk, if you can call it that, and here are some of the pictures I got. These were shot in the default 12 megapixel mode. Basically, the system uses pixel binning, which is basically combining every 9 pixels into one. So the resulting resolution is 108 divided by 9, which is 12 megapixels, which is set as the default resolution for various reasons. I really like the images, they're true to life, the representation of colors is quite accurate, and the ultra-wide camera does quite well too. Even under low light, the ultra-wide camera is sort of usable. And here is a photo shot using the 108 megapixel mode. This is the real deal. Extremely sharp. You can read the number board here. Can you believe it? And in this photo, if you see very closely, it's possible to find out the name of the AC company. If you find out, post it in the comment section. The camera UI has a lot of things and Xiaomi has been changing a lot of stuff in the UI. About a year ago, the high resolution mode and the night mode were at the bottom. Now you have to tap more to access them. The macro camera was accessible on the main page itself. Now you have to tap here. But pro tip, you can tap edit over here and change the placements according to your convenience. I prefer night mode on the main screen, so yeah. It's actually a good thing to have so many different modes. At first it's kind of annoying and confusing, but as you start using them, you realize how good it is. It just enables you to do a lot of different things with the camera. Clone is a cool feature. Vlog is also a pretty good one. I showcased a tiny clip in my Poco X3 video. I'll play it again. So yeah. Good set of cameras complemented by a feature-rich camera app. Get out of that and we have the familiar MIUI 12 with its own set of good features as well as some bloatware. Most of them are uninstallable though. So far I have not seen any in-your-face ads, but I did see a couple of annoying notifications. Usually I see a lot, so maybe Xiaomi is trying to reduce it for these premium phones. Not really sure, I'll have to use it for a few more weeks to say that for sure. At the time of shooting this video, I have absolutely no idea about the price, so go check the description for the pricing details. It should be around 24,000-25,000 rupees. It would be great if Xiaomi surprised us with a 19,999 or 20,999 price tag, but that would be expecting too much. Even 22,000-23,000 seems like fantastic pricing for these for this phone. Anyway, you know the price now, so let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and more importantly, tell us what comparisons you want to see: speed test, camera test, battery drain test, and versus which phone, OnePlus Nord or Galaxy M51. Post your suggestions, we'll try to get them done. Thanks a lot for watching. This is Ashwin Sundar from Technology Jock, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye and take care.